It's your friendly neighborhood gamer, Redeeming Monk, and we are here with Griftlands. Klei Entertainment. If you guys have not played any games by them, Oxygen not included, Don't Starve, like they make fantastic games, and I completely respect their early access game model because they do a great job of keeping you updated on what's going on and when the next update is coming, and they do just a great job listening to the community. So I have been personally waiting for this since E3 2019 because there is no E3 2020. But let's dive in and get this party started, guys. So I was playing a little bit yesterday to just kind of get used to the game, and we started out with Sal, and we unlocked Rook. So I think we're actually going to start Rook because I've never played Rook before. So it's interesting because you kind of play, how do I put this? There's like 3 different characters. They all have 3 different storylines. So this is Rook the Spy, and I know nothing about this guy. So we will find out together what's going on here. I don't know if I like that connotation. The land around route bogs squelches with mud, hungry for legs as well as boots. The only road leads to a gate flanked by armed security, a spark baron, a technocratic faction who retrofit new technology from ancient ruins, much to the cult's displeasure. What cult? Anyway, a spark baron guard steps out into the path as you approach. Stop right there. The bog is closed. Especially to grifters like you. I regret that. Unless you pay the processing fee. Then maybe I could see to considering your petition for entry. So this is one of those, we can either pay the bribe, which as you can tell we don't exactly have a lot of money, or we can try to convince them, which kind of starts a card battle. And Rook's resolve is actually really high, so I think we're actually going to go with that. And our opponent actually has a -6 resolve because they're not good at their job. Forgive me for being skeptical of this fee. In fact, I'd like to speak to your supervisor. Alright, just for the sake of the video, I'm going to skip the tutorial. But I'll kind of explain it as we go. So we're having an argument right now, and this is kind of the opponent's inner ring is their next actions. So I'm going to take 4 damage from their intent next turn. So I want to apply some composure to kind of protect my resolve. And then we're going to hit his resolve. This should be a pretty short fight. And I can't attack their inner ring. I can attack their outer ring, but he only has this on his outer ring, his overall resolve. I wasn't paying attention. It's all good. It's all good. Cool. That is new. I've never had that happen. So now that he has some stuff on his outer ring, he has an argument, which is going to give him 1 composure for each hostility card I draw. So which is why he has kind of 2 defense. And then when I destroy this card and incepts 2 vulnerability from my hand, that's... I might just steamroll this guy. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And I don't know what this card actually does. Nice. Oh yeah, that's a good card. I'm not a fan of this thieving that this guy's doing over here. But I mean, he's going down, so that's all good. Ah, I was kind of hoping that would do more damage. I like that he has a lot of 0 cards. That I'm not a fan of. We'll get rid of that. We'll slap him with this. Booyah! And the fight is ours. So after every fight or quest, you do get to pick some new cards. Not every time do you get to kind of refill your resolve or your HP. And you can only sleep once per day, which moves to the next day. So you kind of have to be careful what's going on with your health and your resolve up top. There are some cards that will refill your health. I haven't found any that do your resolve. But we'll talk about that in a second. This card is drawn. Gamble. Unplayable. Oh, I can't play this card, but every time it's drawn, I get to flip my lucky coin. That's pretty good. Composure is basically your defense inside of an argument. This card is also unplayable. I'm gonna go with this one actually, because it hits all enemy arguments. Well, do you want to get your superiors involved? Ha! They just double the fee. But fine, Grifter, have it your way. But you better have some work papers, else the only thing I'm authorized to give you is a kick in the seat. So we're not going to ask about anything, because I'll leave some surprises for you guys, when you pick this up. No need for hostilities, friend. I'm here by invitation. See for yourself, if you like. You pull the assigned work visa from an oilskin wallet you carry for such purposes. Looks legit. Who exactly are you meant to report to? Ooh. So the blacklist. So it looks like every time I play this card with a new person, it adds their name to the list. And then every time I fight, I have to remove it from my negotiation. So I can only use it once per negotiation. But it looks like it builds up over time versus the shovel. Deals 2 damage per empty cell, gain 2 defense per charge. So that's a battle card versus a negotiation card. Do I look like a common laborer to you? I'm reporting to Leyland Filamo directly. Spark Baron's regional manager. No way someone like you, his eyes glance down at your work visa again. And this time he reads the fine print. I mean, of course you are, sir. You better hurry this along. Filemo doesn't like to be kept waiting. Gain negotiation card, blacklist. I still got to search you though. You got anything to declare? You rummage through your backpack, showing Emiko the contents. You've only got one thing worth declaring though. So the other thing is that you also have like cards that you remove from your deck permanently, but there are tons and tons of card vendors like everywhere. So you can buy like grenades and guns and shields, and then they're useless after that use. Some have multiple uses, like 2 or 3, and then some are just one-time use. But they're usually really powerful. But we're actually gonna. I feel like this guy's gonna do a lot of negotiating, so we're gonna upgrade a negotiation card. And what do we want to upgrade, guys? So these are, how do I put this? Every time you play a card, you get XP, and if a fight goes on too long, you stop getting XP because you're fatigued. So these are pretty good. I'm kind of interested in what the upgraded version of this is. Ooh, gamble twice. Or choose a side of the coin and flip it to that side. Huh. I think I'm gonna go. And there are multiple upgrade paths for each card. So just because you upgrade the same card doesn't mean you'll get the same options. Which is a good or bad thing, I guess. Alright, let's get out of here. So I'm free to go? Yeah, whatever. Thank you, officer. It's been a pleasure. But don't try anything funny in there. You go through the gate. You go through the gate, but you feel like Himiko will miss you when you're gone. I don't think so. Alright, so this is our map, which is different than Sal's map. So like I was saying earlier, you have kind of 3 different playable characters, and as you play through one storyline, you unlock the next, and they kind of have their own maps and locations and skills. So it's kind of like Slay the Spire in that aspect. But let's dive in here and see what's going on. There we go. Let's go see Falemo. And of course there are random events that happen. You suddenly feel a white hot stinger on the back of your neck. Hesh spit. So Hesh is the main religion on wherever the heck we are. So I guess he's a believer. You carefully probe the area with your fingers. Whatever bit you is long gone, leaving only the slightest smear of whatever it left behind. A cool wave of euphoria radiates into the base of your skull, clearing your mind of any further thoughts about the incident. You gain 5 resolve. Nice. Oh, never mind. So this card is drawn. Take 1 damage. Unplayable parasite. Cool. This card is drawn. Increase the cost of a random card in your hand until the end of this turn. Great. There's nothing else to do here, so you continue on your way. That's awesome. Yeah, not all the events are exactly beneficial. But whatever, you know? Alright. As you enter the official-looking building, you are stopped by an armed guard. Stay there and state your business, Grifter. Show Igori your papers. Who named these people? The official sort, my good soldier. Nothing to fret about. You show Igori your signed papers. He somehow studies them while still fixing you with a suspicious glare. This checks out. Very well. You step inside. So another thing is that anytime you talk to a person, you kind of develop an emotional cue, I guess. I'm looking for a word that I cannot find. But then they have like neutral, dislike, hate, love you, like you, and that kind of affects the way that they act towards you. And they can even show up later on in a quest for revenge. So it really just depends. But we're here to talk to our good friend Falemo. Falemo's easy to recognize, even though the years have been a little too kind to him. You spot him lapping at a drink like a contented salamander. I see you've gone up in the world since discharging, eh, Rookie? Rook, you old scoundrel. You finally made it. Figured you'd be able to move faster than that, even with that bum leg of yours. Docktown's a long way from here, Falemo. And that's Captain Rook to you, even if we're both retired. I'll call you your Royal Highness if you can get the job done. Enough fiddle-faddle. Let's get you to work so you can see what I'm up against. Fiddle-faddle. You wouldn't have called me out here if it weren't for something interesting. I'll take the job. Excellent. If there's anyone who can get to the bottom of this, it's you. I have a couple of things I need doing. Alright, so we got 2 opportunities for requests. So there's a food fight. Philemon needs you to defuse a potentially violent situation at the cafe for 75 shills and restoration of our health or resolve. And the main focus is negotiation. The role play no work, which is the focus of battle, for 70 shills, and we get a new card. I don't know, man. Money is nice, because then you can buy cards. Ooh. But then that 3 dominance. Oh, but then you destroy it after 1 use? No. Now we see it to the Barons dying like the Kradeshi dynasties of old. But for the laborers, we process some of the biomass extraction byproduct into a nutritional paste. I'm surprised you haven't cracked into the strain of your jealousy. Please, Rook. I've tasted it myself. No worse than the Admiralty field rations. It's calories and nutrients, exactly what's needed to keep the workforce healthy. Unfortunately, the ingrates aren't satisfied. They've been causing chaos at the serving lines, and it's holding up meal breaks. A delay in operations jeopardizes the whole mission, as you well know. Alright. Let's go beat up some angry workers. See that the ruckus is quelled so I can turn my brain power back to the bottom line. As you like. I don't know how I feel about Rook yet. You step through the door and find a group of workers facing off against a solitary Baron. You already got your rations. Now take a walk. That wasn't enough, and you know it. How are we supposed to get our job done if we're half-starved? Your robot ain't here to protect you today, Baron. They pause as you enter, both looking at you expectantly. The Baron gives a sigh of relief when she sees you. You're Philemon's man, right? My usual enforcer is in the repair shop, so of course the local rapport are pushing their luck today. Please take care of this so I can get back to business. So we can negotiate for Delawano, these names, man, to either stop skimming food, to compromise, or to back you up in a fight. Or we can just talk to Brill instead. Typically, any action you do, like, see, this will cause Delawano to dislike you. You have to convince both sides to accept the compromise. That's going to take a lot of resolve that we just don't have. So we're going to talk to Brill instead. Excuse me. The most talkative of workers steps forward. Our contract says we were supposed to get 2 square a day, but this slop ain't enough. This Baron is cutting our rations and expecting us to pay her to make up the difference. We won't be extorted anymore. I mean, it is kind of jacked. Just crack a couple of skulls and get them out of here. They're not going to listen to anything else. You and I both know that you're skimming off the top. If you cut that out, there will be plenty to go around. Or I could put a word or two into their right ears and you'll have some awkward questions to answer. And we fight. I'm okay with that. Yeah, put those in my deck. Alright, so we have nothing on the outer ring. We're going to get hit with this intent next round for 4. So we're going to kind of soften that blow. And let's start building up our blacklist. Nice. And then we'll end turn. So I can't tell if that's in their favor or mine. So let's find out. It is in my favor. And we're going to get hit again. So now we'll just take 1 damage. Actually, we'll take... Oh, no, we're good. This is a beautiful hand. I love this hand. That's sarcasm, by the way. So this is going to hit all their arguments. Or not. That hit nobody. Oh yeah. So I'm about to get wrecked. It's going to feel good. Ouch. Okay, so this one is 2 because of this. Not happy about that. But I do have a lot of attack cards this round, so I'm not too angry about it either. And that is the end of that, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so... Okay, so if we use our lucky coin, heads and snails. So if we get snails, this card costs 0. That's not bad. Or we can spend all dominance, gamble, and deal 2 damage to a random enemy argument. I think we're gonna go with this one. The safe bet, you know. Nice weather we're having. Fine, I hear you. The money's not even that good anyway. Nobody except the workers will eat this slop, and they're all poor as bog spit. Delawano heads to the back room to get more rations to distribute. Brill loves you. Oh yeah. Feel the love. So, like I said, so there's love, like, neutral, dislike, and hate. And that kind of affects the way, so you have these boons. It affects the way that people kind of interact with you. And some might even take revenge or seek revenge against you. So it's interesting that all your actions kind of have this connotation deeper than just kind of fighting. Thank you, Grifter. It's not often that we get a fair shake around here. So now Delawano dislikes me, which could mean negative things in the future. We'll find out. All right. Hello, Rook. The trouble at the cafe is over. A calm situation is good for business. I knew I could count on you. And we get paid. And we get a quest bonus. So let's restore our resolve. Which doesn't always happen, by the way. I will take another job. So we have either Cotton to Chaos. Ooh. And because this person likes us, we get a bonus reward. So instead of 75 shills, we get a 25% increase. So now we get 88. And then on top of that, we get bonus money. So we get a bonus payment of 30 shills. That's not bad. So this one's 81 shills, and we get a card, the portable bunker. money. A card and money. Let's go with the money and the card. The executives keep wondering when we'll come up with another auto mech, you know? Our most successful enterprise, and it was brought to us by a laborer. No small wonder. Labor without the labor. Disputes, as it were. Please. They're virtually useless without a handler. Brainless automatons. To keep the directors happy, we camp up with the dogs, but they have the unfortunate habit of going feral. And wouldn't you guess, the blasted things know the bog better than anyone living. We have reports there's a whole colony loose, preying on wayward laborers. Bad for morale, not to mention attendance, I should say. Indeed. Well, I'm sure you know what I'm asking. A pack of auto dogs has malfunctioned and is terrorizing the bog. Let's do it. You should be able to track the pack from here. Must have been violent if even you're using euphemisms, old chap. The less said about that, the better. Oh, but when you destroy the chassis, be sure to salvage the core. We can run a diagnostic and likely as not repair the model. Oh, and I suppose you'll be wanting to requisition some supplies? But I'm afraid that's on the table, friend. You're a contractor, after all. Try the bartender over at the Last Stand. It's an unsavory sort of place, and it'll serve unsavory sorts like you. Otherwise, I'm sure you'll find everything you need. You always were resourceful. Did he just call me unsavory? I don't know how I feel about that. So this is a vendor. And everything is a card. So like all these cards get destroyed after 2 uses, but they have a pretty good stats. They're also very expensive unless you're like friendly with the vendor. I'm not sure how to get friendly with vendors. Sometimes, you know, they give you missions and that's how you get friendly with them. Otherwise, I have no idea. So we can stop by the bar to pick up some stuff, or we can roll straight to the Baron Dogs. Well, let's stop by the bar. Let's see what's going on. A dusty old Kradishi approaches you as you enter. Your Admiralty, huh? Yeah? I can read it across your shoulders. I was once. Aristat, if I had to guess. He's a coin trader. And because I like lucky coins, I implore myself to be friendly with this gentleman. They can take our youth, eh? But they can't take our cunning. Oh, they would if they could, I'm sure. Alright, well met. Enjoy your... Do you have a squadron coin? Can I see it? No, that's quite personal. No, please don't take offense. I'm a collector, you see. I have silver coins of my own if you're up for a trade. I'm always here. I like the foot traffic. You decide you might be up for a trade, just find me. Pendumont backs off and seems content to give you your space. If there's an angle, you can't guess it. Alright. The bar is well known in your network. A quiet speakeasy where folks like you can rest away from prying eyes. The clients keep their heads down even as you come in. If they're curious enough to study your face, they're clever enough to hide it. Hello, barkeep. The name is Rook, and I'm simply parched. The bartender inspects you carefully, nods once, and keeps the conversation nice and low. Word was I should expect you. I don't make a habit of helping out no more than I need to. You keep that in mind. Sure. Thank you, barkeep. Your warmth and hospitality will keep me going today, for certain. Hold on. I got something for you. Hibble digs around under the bar, producing a lined case of unlicensed crafts. A gift my fine friend. We've only just met. You call in good favors. Alright. So graphs are like equipment upgrades. I never got a chance to use them because I've died. But we'll see what's going on here. At start of each turn, apply 2 mark to a random enemy. Will you attack this target, gain 1 charge, and reduce mark by 1? I don't know what any of that means. Whenever you gain fully charged, gain 2 power until the end of your turn. If all cells are charged. We're going to go with this one. This one seems like the easy one. Very useful. And if I wanted to call in further favors, I got drinks and I got eats. You want anything other than that, you're going to have to talk to the Jakes. They have a shop set up on the edge of the bog, and the edge of the law for that matter. But they're a cagey bunch, so you might have to prove yourself worthy of their business. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Well, I appreciate the information. I'm sure we'll speak again soon. Alright. Is this the black market? That is really far away. We're just gonna kill these dogs. You find signs of a recent struggle in the clearing. Bloody scraps of metal and clothing are strewn about, and the distinct odor of ozone hangs heavy in the air. You're kicking over a particularly grisly piece of scrap when you realize you are not alone. Clem eyes you warily. What are you doing here, Grifter? You see this? This carnage? This is what you're working for. I should teach you a lesson. Clem reaches for a weapon. Ooh. So I could either beat Clem down, or I can convince Clem to work with me as a partner. And it never hurts to have a partner in the bog. Wait, we want the same thing. You don't have to like me or who I work for, but hear me out. We should hunt down the pack together. I really wish this card would go away. Oh yes, you can also pay vendors to remove cards from your deck. I forgot about that. We will have to see them, because this should normally be a 2 or a 1. Flammo. Feel my pain. So instead of attacking me directly, she's going to attack my argument. So she's going to get rid of this. Which is cool, I guess. So now she has an argument. Oh, that's not good. Definitely want to get rid of that. That's a little too much damage. Nice. And now, oh yeah. I always forget that I run out of action points. I just want to keep playing cards. Oh yes, the blacklist. I should have flipped a coin there. She's not good at this. A Slugstorm. This guy really likes slugs. Yes, work with me. But only until these barren monstrosities are put down. Great. So do you know where the pack went? Of course. Isn't it obvious? Clem gestures at the markings on the ground. Just follow me. Let's do it. Gonna go kill some dogs. My fiance's looking at me like I'm a stalker. Alright, using the information you got from Klem, you find the den. A scavenged scrap metal lies in a haphazardly assembled pile. As you get closer, the sound of buzzing and grinding coming from within is overwhelming. The other dogs themselves lie motionless around the den, in various states of disrepair. It seems that without maintenance, they are slowly falling apart. Suddenly, one of the dogs bolts upright. Zzz. Still functional members of the pack attack. Oh! That's a lot of dogs. I was expecting like one or two. They're falling apart. This should be a cakewalk. Famous last... Oh yeah, this will be fun. They've only got like 9. Oh yeah, this will be easy. Alright, let's see what we got. So, we're going to get 2 damage and a status effect applied. She's going to take 6 damage and get a status effect applied. So, let's give her some defense. And then let's kick this dog. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's totally fine, guys. Ay. What the balls? What the heck is that? Was that you? I don't know what's happening right now. So we're going to take 8 damage here, 6 damage here. I guess my goal is to take out the weak ones first. I'm not really sure what the charge does. So Rook is a little more complicated than Sal. Sal's the first character that you get. And she's pretty much straightforward. Sal has a lot of things that rely on other things. Oh, God. I really got to remove these from my deck. Oh. I don't know what this is. It's gross. That's what it is. I have an overcharge. Oh, yeah. Can we take out this guy? Maybe? No. What if I do this? Nice. So that's going to reduce by half, and I bet it's a round down situation. I love Klei games, man. Don't Starve, Oxygen Not Included, now this. They make such fantastic games. Alright, so let's charge up again. And we can take out pretty much everybody. So, bye-bye. Nice knowing you. And that should leave Clem to finish the job. So like I said, after every fight, even negotiations, you get to pick some stuff. This doesn't always happen, but it's nice. So we draw 2 cards, gain concentration. Increases the minimum damage of all attacks by 1. I like that. We spend 1 charge, we gain 2 actions. That's pretty good. And then we can apply 2 defense per concentration. I think we're going to go with the Gunsmoke. Alright. You collect the other dog cores as Clem watches. When you're done, she speaks up. The Rise needs the cores. A loose group of union organizers and freedom fighters campaigning for workers' rights across the Havaria. Thank you for your help. I'll be taking them now. Ooh. I mean, we did half the work. So I feel like it's only fair that we get half the cores, right? I need to have something to show the Barons. I can give you half the cores, and we could both walk away with something. Or I can just put a bullet in your head. Which would you prefer? I think she wants the bullet, Gus. Okay. So I think that we're on Snail. So I think this should... Yeah. Nice. Give me some damage. I'll take it. That was actually a really short negotiation. And I am not mad about it. Okay, I don't know what that's... That seems pretty useless to me. Yeah, I don't know what prepared means, but we're just gonna roll with it. Fair enough. That sounds easier than beating you into a pulp to get them all. You're not... What? Clem hauls off their unearned loot. Alright. So you could start off at the black market or the bar, but I think we're just going to roll in. Hey. Opponent has -10 resolve because they like me. I will take that because I am tired. The pack is finished. Here are the cores. Where are the rest of them? This was all I recovered. The rest were destroyed in the fight. Yeah. That's totally what happened, guys. Alright, alright. This should be pretty short. And I'm pretty sure I got that card from him. And then this is gonna do 2 damage. Yeah, so he should be done next round. I do expect you to believe that. It's kind of, what? To all enemy. Total argument wipe. Ooh, foul mouth. That just sounds too good to pass up. A pity. They're expensive to replace. Oh well. Good job, I guess. Yeah, money, money, money. And a new card. Now, Rook, you know damn well I didn't call you all the way out here just to rough up some organizers. I have my own enforcers for that. I need your particular skills. I thought you might. Do you want to discuss that here? No. Now that you mention it, I'd rather don't. The watering hole I mentioned earlier, it's a good place to have a quiet conversation. Meet me there after sunset, yes? Then we'll discuss more. You alright to make it there on your own? Or will you need an armed escort? Ah, yes. The gentle ribbing again. You forget, Captain. You may have been our leader, but I was the better marksman. It would be a shame if that required a demonstration. Felemo leaves you alone to contemplate his response. Alright. Yes, okay, so these orange spots are limited, so you like literally have to go there right now or you lose it forever. I think I'm going to go for this guaranteed win. That looks good. So I've been informed by my glorious moderator that you guys are not seeing the right information. No? No, I'm seeing the correct info. Let me know if it says RimWorld or Griftlands. Brilla's happy to see us, you know, because she loves us. Hey, Rook, I found something the other day. Made me think of you. You don't have to take it if it'll bog it down, but it's yours. That's the whole reason I came here. Apply 6 composure. Destroy after 2 uses. I'll be definitely. Alright, alright. So we got a negotiation going. Of course I will, bro. So yeah, Delano still hates us. You got some gumption coming here. Do I? You're a bartender. One glance at you and Delano's demeanor curdles. Okay, I guess I can't drink in this bar anymore. Stepping in it. Let's not do that. What brings you back? What kind of cards you got? Ooh, a hip flask. Ooh. That's not bad. We're not exactly rich yet, so let's hold off on that. Nothing for me, barkeep. I'm only here to meet someone. Ain't none of my business, is it? I guess not. You lean against the bar and watch the crowd as you wait for sunset. With the last of the light, Philema walks through the door. Ah, this place brings back memories. I won a lot of money playing cards at this very table. Is that why you brought me here? To play cards? I have something even better in store for you, old friend. I want you to infiltrate the Rise. It's time we put an end to this worker rebellion. I see. I'm to find out who's in charge. A members list? I know who's in charge. It's that Prindo, Kalandra. I want you to get close to her. Make yourself invaluable. Then we'll take it from there. And how am I to do that when I can be seen having a friendly chat with a prominent Spark Baron? Why, we're only talking, and you're very tricky. The taps here loosen tongues, and I have valuable information. The kind of information that'd be very valuable to the Rise. Not if the intel isn't good. The intel's very real, I assure you. We'll take a few casualties, but it's a price I'm willing to pay. Dang, dude. So I'm to convince them I'm a double agent. You are a double agent. Please, Rook. This is child's play compared to your Admiralty days. Man, he just makes me sound like a villain. Very well. I imagine I shouldn't just march right up to this Prindo Kalandra, of course. Try turning yourself into one of the cells. I happen to know the location of one. Take it nice and slow. As you say, you've been seen with me. It'll take some time. It'll take some convincing that you're on their level. Especially because their suspicions will be well-founded. I have no plan for extracting you if things go sour, old friend, so do try not to mess this up. Your loyalty is inspiring as always, Philema. Which means not at all. Let's get out of here. Yes. So we might be able to get a pet. Ooh. But I do like a new gun. Cannot argue with a new gun. Rook. They said you were dead. They say a lot of things, Frizz. Some of them are even true. But never the ones you want. Am I right? What are you doing there? Working private security. Pays better than the Admiralty ever did. And I set my own hours. I'm here looking for freelance clients. Know anyone local who can pay top dollar for good weapons? Me? Me right here? Hey. You're still using those old things? Us old things have to stick together. I'm surprised they're still intact. I was practically a child when I built those. Think you could do better now? Certainly. With the right parts and access to my tools, in about a week. What can you do with 5 minutes and diminished expectations? I can make a couple of adjustments, I suppose. Ooh. Let's increase those charge chambers. Yeah, it's possible. Tell you what, I'll add one for free. I can add 2, but it'll cost you. Always the mercenary, aren't you? Girls gotta eat. Jeez. I told you it was broke, bro. Alright, let's just add one chamber. Frizz opens up a toolkit and spends some time working on the pistols. There. Good as new. Better even. Thanks, Frizz. This'll come in handy. It was for old time's sake. Let's ask why Frizz is in the bog, guys. I feel like that's important to know, right? Of all the places you could choose to spend your leave, you pick Grout Bog. I make weapons. There's a lot of demand for that here. You're doing freelance design work? It's a working holiday. I only have 8 years left in my franchise. It's never too early to think about one's retirement. I guess that's true. It's been nice seeing you, Frizz. Likewise, Rook. My leave's up, so I'm back to Murder Bay. Don't get yourself killed out there. Infiltrate the rest. Up. One of the cult's zealots approaches, flanked by an honor guard of steel-clad luminaria. One of your associates has come under suspicion for heresy. I'm investigating the matter. You will give me the information that I require. Very little assistance is given for free in these parts. I authorize to compel you to help. You do not want that to happen. Very well. What do you need to know? Your friend Brill has been spreading lies about the cult. Sign these papers to confirm. And then what? And then they will be executed, of course. Hesh demands compliance. Give it another name. Sucks to suck. I've heard Delawano talking about how the bog is stronger than Hesh. Yep, I am throwing you into the bus, bro. Oh, the Falmouth. Yes. Wait. Who were you attacking? Dang. It's too soon for the liquid courage. Okay, guys. I think we can take this guy without it. Oh, the blacklist. That was the best card I've ever gotten. Oh, the anguish. Bob Saget. I really need this card to go away because it's almost upgraded. Choose one card to discard. Heck yeah. Booyah. Deal 1 damage to every argument you have. And we get to upgrade. Awesome. All right. Cool. So like I said earlier, when you upgrade a card, you don't always get the same options. But for some reason this time we did. Oh no, we got Strained Grumble this time. So we got Decisive Grumble again, but then we got Strained Grumble. So this is discarding a card, and we still get that bonus damage. And because we have this, I do want some more discard cards, so I can kick this out, because it's a pain in my backside. I really need to remove this. I just don't want to pay 75 shills to get it done. Alright. I've heard enough. I can make a conviction stick with that. Hish shrugs at you. You feel like you just fed 2 Krayotes with the same bone. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Maybe I can finally go back to this bar. And away we go. Is that a giant robot? You head to the location Felmo mentioned, but as far as you can tell, it's nothing but a desolate patch of swamp. You kick up some moss looking for signs of buried fires, and eventually you see a small mark scratched into the lichen in a large stone. You lost, Grifter? You're the one contracting for the Barons. Fair warning, you should leave while you still can. There's going to be a reckoning soon, and nobody will care if you get caught in the crossfire. You're a member of the Rise, then. I don't suppose you know where I'd find Calandra this time of night, do you? I'll kill you before I let you get to her bootlicker. Be sure of that. Oh, I was right. It is a giant robot. Let's take a breath, shall we? Yes, I'm on the payroll, but my loyalties lie with Calandra. So this one might be a tougher fight, just because of this. He's going straight for my... The stupid card. So let's protect that. I can take the damage. I'm not too worried about that. Ooh. Give me that snail. Nice. Booyah. That went better than I thought it would. That's nice. I'm risking my life to be here with valuable intel, I might add. Oh, God. Well, if you're on the level, that's a windfall. Make no mistake. This could really make a difference, Pops. I hope you know that. Milo gestures for your map and makes a quick mark on it. You won't find Kalandra there. She's too well protected for that. But that's how you can find someone who can vet you. Why? Thank you for your trust. It was very well misplaced. Alright, where we go? Cool. Alright, guys. You find a ramshackle structure hidden in the bog right when you were expecting. Thinking it best to put a bold foot forward, you barge in. Who the hesh is that? I'm looking for Kalandra. Heard of her? Drop the ad, Granddad. I'm 2 seconds away from blasting you back to wherever you came from. Explain yourself now. I work with the Spark Barons, but I find them distasteful. I'm here to offer my services. And you expect us to trust you? Of course not. That's why I've come bearing gifts. You hand over the intel. Fleckfis. Who named these characters? Eyes grow wide when he reads it. I'm going to need some time to go over this. You do a good job for us to prove you're not messing around. If you do that right, and this intel checks out, maybe you can talk to the boss. Hey. Gonna go ambush. The Barons move Spark through the bog at night, thinking that the darkness protects them. It does not. We are the bog. One of our cells is ready to strike, but they're down a fighter. Go make sure they succeed. Alright. Oh man. Well guys, it's been fun hanging out with you. I hope you've enjoyed Griftlands. We'll be back with some more on another day, another time, another place, another ram. If you guys enjoyed, check out Klei. It's in early access right now. And like I said, I love Klei. The way they do early access, they always communicate with their players. It's a fantastic job they do. Mad respect for the way that they handle early access. If you guys have had bad experience with early access before, I promise you Klei is nothing like that. So I've totally been waiting for this game since the last E3, and I'm really excited it's out. I've had a lot of fun playing it so far. So if you guys liked it, please follow. Check us out again. Stream every Wednesday and Saturday, Friday, Saturday. Today was kind of a special for you guys. But yeah, if you like what you see, come back, check us out on YouTube. And time for that outro, everyone's favorite. It's your friendly neighborhood gamer, Redeeming Monk. Thank you for joining me at the monastery. And as always, gamers, stay frosty.